Good morning, everybody. And guess what? I'm still in my morning run but then today, I've always wanted to do these Monday morning series because it's the Monday morning that, all of us have different kind of emotions and feelings going for us. Some say Monday blues, some say Monday excitement, some just have no approach to it. But then I thought Monday morning series of a 10 minutes with me would do something, something much more special for you guys. You might not take away a lot from a 10 minutes video on this Salma Moosa Talks, but then you might definitely take away a few very important things that you could carry with you during this week. So today's topic is very, very interesting, right? And I know most of us would just say that, I don't have issues or I don't feel stuck, but I'm just going with this fact that deep within us as founders, we always and most often feel stuck. So today's topic is why smart founders still feel stuck you know and welcome to Salma Moosa Talks, and this video is for all of you founders in across stages: early stage, growth stage, acceleration stage, or any stage that you are in. If you're a founder and you believe you're doing excellent smart work but you still feel stuck, this one's for you. So let's jump into it. Some of the most smartest founders I know feel the most stuck. Trust me on this. This is the truth. The smarter you are, you feel the most stuck, okay? Not beginners, not dreamers. People who believe, like people who have built, survived, scaled, gone through years and years of, being in corporate or college or studies, whatever, but you still feel constrained. And if you're feeling this way, let me first say this upfront to all of you. There is nothing wrong with you, period. There's nothing wrong with you. And this talk is not motivation. Let's again, because most often when you hear Salma speak, you always say, oh, she's motivating, she's inspiring. This talk is not motivation. This is about quietly building up over time, right? And so, first, let's get into explaining what stuck really looks like. Right? Let's talk about that, because sometimes it's so confusing for us. We feel nothing's working out. We feel we have so many challenges. We sometimes feel I'm doing so much. So let's get this thing out of the way, right? You're busy, like basically your calendar's full. I've been there. I've been there. Trust me on this. I can go to my Facebook timeline 6 years back. If I just take a couple of posts where I've posted my daily schedule from 8 o'clock in the morning till night 11, 12 o'clock, completely chock a block, right? So you're busy, but momentum feels missing. Decisions take longer than they used to. You get this, right? To take a decision, it becomes longer. Growth feels heavier, not exciting. When things are getting done, when you get good news, is you keep moving on to the next things. It's not exciting for you, and you're solving problems, but you feel that's not the right ones. Some of the key feelings when I say you're stuck, these are the things. There are many others. I could literally have a full 10 minute on just what are the ways founders feel stuck, but some of the top are these. And please make a note here, right? Stuck is not inactivity. Most often we relate to it. Stuck in the sense, oh, I'm not able to do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm frozen, right? It's not that. Stuck is not inactivity. Stuck is movement without alignment. That's the meaning of stuck. When I say most smartest of founders get stuck is this, that you're moving, you're doing everything, but the alignment is not there. You're carrying too much. That's the thing here. So hold on, hold too many mental tabs open. Like I can't tell you how much. Like remember, like today morning at 4:30, I started out because I knew I had to upload this. I had a couple of early, quick documents to be done. There a few things. Usually, I don't keep any work before 10. But today there was something that that I had to attend very critically, and hence I had to kind of get started a little early. You won't believe this, despite so much of working on myself. And I know I'm telling you this to do it, and I still say work in progress for myself. But today morning in my run, usually when I'm enjoying, experiencing, sweating it out, right? Today I had literally had these mental tabs open of all the things that I had to do. Then the next thing is carrying history, people, promises, pressures. If that could have happened, if this could have happened, if I would have gone for that networking event, if I had pitched to so and so, you know, a lot of history. We carry a lot of history. And then becoming the default decision maker for everything. We start believing, we start becoming something that is that every decision has to come and be with us, and that's what the thing is. So at some point intelligence becomes weight. You must be absolutely smart intelligent people, but it becomes weight, and I know that. In fact, in my book, I know I've been talking a lot about my book. Please do go search on Amazon. There is this Fat to Fit, and as my coach said, fat in the sense just not physical weight, also the mental weight. And that's what I mean. At some point, you're so intelligent, you're so into everything that that becomes weight. Being capable makes people add more to you, not remove from you. That is the problem, right? The moment you become peer capable, everyone wants to put things onto you and they do not remove it from you. And hence you drift away from execution, right? So let's get on with this understanding of execution drift. Strategies are very clear. All these smart founders, experienced people, people who have done things, they're good with strategy. They have this gut instincts. They can take decisions. They can jump into it, right? But the strategy looks clear, but it's not evolved. Teams are active, but not aligned. Review cycles exist, but no correction loops. I again give you a second. There's so many out there who do this. Strategy is clear, but it has not evolved. Teams are active, but not aligned. Review cycles exist, but no correction loops. So most founders don't need a new idea. They need a brutal edit. Yes, a brutal edit, a rip off of the band aid. So stuck happens when execution keeps running on old assumptions. The next reason is emotional fatigue. No one talks about. No one talks about. I don't know why at this age and time, still founders feel talking about their emotional weight, emotional fatigue is such a taboo. What are we fearing? Why are we not able to talk about this? Why do we take this silently? Why do we carry responsibilities without space? Being strong for too long. And 99% of the time, smart founders don't burn out loudly, they fade away quietly. I've had that, I've been there. I don't want to keep going into my past, but any of you who've known me, seen me, whatever I was doing, my burnout was happening internally, quietly. And that's what happens. And I know this. What I'm telling you today, I genuinely know this. One, because I've experienced it, but two, because I've seen so many that I've worked with right now who quietly fade away in their excellence, in their activities, in their routines, in their works, in their processes, in their decision making, culture, people, team, and the list continues. And that quiet fading shows up as stuckness, that you're stuck there. Then comes the shift. What actually helps? Now let's jump into what actually helps, right? So, three very critical things. Make note of this if you're listening to this video. Please subtract before you add. Before you add new things, before you add new reviews, new processes, new people, new things, please start subtracting. Shorten your decision loops. The faster you decide on things, that's what is going to help you to subtract things, take decisions on it, and create thinking spaces, not meetings. Again, I insist, reviews, reporting, thinking are all different kind of meetings. Don't make everything into a meeting. You need to have thinking space for founders themselves, sometimes with the team, with the co-founding team, with the board, with the directors, with investors, sometimes just by yourself. Momentum returns when clarity returns. I tell you, the one thing that has, incepted into me, which I've worked so hard to bring, is clarity. So the moment clarity comes in, the momentum comes in. And that is so important. And feeling stuck is not a sign that you're failing. I know this. The reason I'm taking a second for you to take it in is I know that. So often I have thought I'm failing, I've done nothing. I remember this, right? When I met with my friend, colleague, coach, Cherian Kuruvilla, I'm a big fan of him. There isn't one piece of content that goes out through these Salma Moosa Talks videos or blogs or posts in my, network that I don't mention him. And why shouldn't I? Everything that I am speaking today comes off from through his coaching sessions or the engagements that we work together with, or our conversations, just brainstorming conversations. But I know this when I say that feeling stuck is not a sign of failing, because I have always felt that. I've seen, just yesterday, another founder, being a Sunday, most often nobody calls me because I kind of keep a very strict weekend thing. But when it's SOS, I have no restrictions, right? So one of the founder called me and said, I feel like I'm doing nothing. But then as I spoke to him and the clarity came in, it was just that clarity that was missing, and he realized he's doing a lot of things. It's just that it had to be aligned. It's often a sign that you've outgrown something. Growth plateaus, and around, when growth plateaus happen, they are not walls. They're not stopping you. It's just a plateau. It's just holding you there for a second. They are mirrors to tell you that look a little bit, stay still, see what's holding you back, see what is slowing you down, see what is confusing you. So, growth, when it plateaus, don't look at it as failure, as stuck, as anything, as walls, but they are your mirrors. If all that what I've said resonates with you, don't rush to fix it today. Please make note of this. Do not rush to fix it today. Just observe where efforts is not translating anymore. First observe, make note of things around you in your startup, in your business. What is, burdening you or making you unclear, or what is it that is making you feel stuck? First, make note of this, because when you do that as smart founders, the clarity comes right there for you. You know exactly what to do and what not to do. So just hold and observe and make note and get your clarity. Smart founders don't need pushing, They need space. I know I'm a growth mentor. And I know most often people think that all these activities are driven for getting clients and things. But frankly, smart founders most often don't need mentors or advisors because all they need is clarity and space. So do not ignore, you know, things that are not aligned or things that are pulling you off because that slows down growth. Sometimes the next level doesn't need more strength, it needs more truth. That's it for today's session. I'm very happy that you stopped by, guys, through this video. Do come in every Monday morning. It's I love speaking, and for me, one of the biggest challenges in these videos were to compile it in a 10-minute thing. So I'm doing that. So with that, a happy week ahead, a great productive week ahead, and don't get stuck. Have a good one.